start with the latest theory of cave. So, Plato was, we know that he was a philosopher. And the cave, we already know what is a cave. If I just draw a cave here, not a good at this, imagine that it's a cave. Since you are a student of literature, so you are going to start everything with the imagination. It's a cave. What is that?
Cave.
A cave. So what happens in the cave? It's all in the darkness, right? And this is the inside wall of the cave. And this is the outside wall of the cave, right? To remove darkness, what do we do in the cave?
We bring light.
Light fire.
No, we don't bring light. Actually, we have fire.
Fire.
So we bring what? Fire. Imagine that the whole cave that you see, actually, Plato wants to say you that. Imagine the whole cave is the world that we live in. Is the world we live in. And the outside world that he's talking about, actually, that we cannot assume and we don't see it. Clear? Imagine that the whole earth is like a cave and you are living in the cave. Now if I give you an example, so imagine this is the light, right? Right? But if this is the light, what of the sun? Sun gives us what? Sun gives us what? Light. But this is the actual form of light, the sun. But the form of energy that we are using on the earth is not the actual light that we get from the sun. We're just using what? Fire. We're using what?
Fire.
Just imagine that before the civilization, the light wasn't being invented. People used what? Fire as a light. But how, Plato wants to say you that if you're so busy with the fire, meaning that the inside element of the cave, then you will never think of that. There is a sun that gives you more profound light than this fire. So when you are, now he's saying that, all the human beings, we're living in a cave, but when we get out of the cave, when you see the new world, we say that, it doesn't exist. This is our world. We just get into the cave and we say that this is our world. Because you cannot expect or you cannot accept the truth. And this is what Plato wants to say to you, that the theory of cave is something he wants to say to you that we merely accept the truth. Now what is the truth here?
So we'll say
That- What is the truth here? The truth is the sunlight, but we are accepting what? Fire. Now let me tell you a very interesting story. I think the story will clarify everything for you. But this is why am I teaching you that theory of cave? Because Romanticism, somehow they were inspired by the theory, by the philosophy of Plato's theory of cave, because they say you that everything that we see on the universe is unreal. Is what? Unreal. There is a better version of that you don't see. And it's like a cave. You are in the cave and you don't see the real version of it. And you can only see the real version of it when you go through the secondary imagination. This is what Coleridge wants to say. I think those who have missed the previous class, then this class is going to be difficult for you because these are all connected. Again, I'll be trying to repeat if I get time. So Plato's theory of cave. So this cave is what? This is the world we are living in, right?
Yes.
We all the time we see what? How many times you believe that the energy, the light that we see on the earth, it comes from the sun? We don't believe in it anymore because we're living in an artificial world where the tube light works better than the sun.
We can control that.
So the cave theory is something like it's an unreal world that we're living in, and we're never getting out of the cave just to see the real world. And Plato is saying that we are living in a cave, we're living in an unreal world. To see the real world, which is truth, and this world is not the truth. There is something else which is true. And this is the ultimate truth. And for seeing the ultimate truth, you have to be someone exceptional. Now let me tell you a story, very interesting story. It's written by A.G. Wells, and you should. It's a must-read story in your life. H.G. Wells, I think he's famous for his book 1984.
Yes, sir.
It's the book, but okay. The name of the story is Country of the Blind. What is the name of the story? You can read the story, and this whole story is written following the philosophy of what? Plato's theory of cave. Now let me tell you the story. And it's really interesting. If you just start reading that, I believe that you'll be reading that story. Can you read that? The main character of the story was Nunes. What was his name? Nunes. He used to live in, it's written in, I think he used to live in Ecuador. So, what he does actually, can you see that? The result of class here. What's the name? Nunes. The main protagonist of the story. And he lives in Ecuador, and he does one thing. He works as a guide. He works as a guide. What guide? He helps people to climb mountains. To climb what?
Mountain.
Mountain. So one day, while he was, with few guests, he was just guiding them how to climb a mountain. Somehow, he fell from the mountain, and he just fell into a land, a completely new land, and the land is known as what? The country of the blind. And when he fell into the land, he found that no one sees. And everywhere, every single human being, even the progeny that comes, new progeny, the new lineage that comes, everyone born blind. Everyone born what? Blind. No one sees. Who sees only? Nunes. And he tries to convince everyone that, you know what, I can see the world. And everyone says, no, it's not possible. In this, in our valley, in our land, everyone is blind. Everyone is what? Blind. We don't see. But Nunes wants to make people believe that, no, trust me, I see. Look, I can see that this is sky. And they say, we don't believe in sky. And they say that, we say what? Day and night. Nunes was trying to explain. We say what? Day and night. When do you call it a day? When the sun comes out, it's a day. When the sun goes to sleep, the moon comes out, you call it what? Night. And the people, the blind people, they say that if it's warm, then it's day. And if it's cold, then it's what? Night. And they say that, we don't need day and night. If it's cold, it's night. If it's warm, then it's day. So no one believes Nunes. No one. But he wants everyone to believe him. That look, the world you are living in is not the actual world. There is something beyond that. Trust me. And they say, no, you are telling us the lie. And he says that, my name is Nunes, but no one remembers his name, but everyone remembers one word. And he says that there is a phrase that H.G. Wells used, that in blind man's country, one-eyed man is the king. What's the phrase he uses? In blind man's country, one-eyed man is the king. So he starts to believe like, whatever everyone does, he sees everything, but no one, feels like that he sees. But he tries to convince everyone that, look, I see, trust me. I can see you, how do you look like? But no one believes that. Now, go for the story. Is it something like all the blind people are in the cave? Right?
Yes.
And the newness is the outside world. Right? Newness is what? The outside word. And he sees something true, but no one believes in his word. So then, what happens? Sorry.